How's it going tonight, man? Thanks for joining us. What's up, everybody? Just getting Hydro in here. How's everybody doing tonight? It's finally raining here, which is nice. I'm starting to cool down. Hopefully it doesn't affect the Wi-Fi at all. Got the cases set behind me. There's Lee. I'll just wait for him to get set up and then he'll be joining us. Glad you're doing well, man. Everybody hear me all right? Coming through clean? There he is. What up, Lee? We'll get you in here in just a second. Let me know when you're all good. Perfect. Lee, just give me a thumbs up when you're ready to join. All right. Here we go. What up, my man?
What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Hold on. I don't know why there's no audio. Let's see what's going on here. How about now? You can hear me, right?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can't hear you. It's weird. Let's see what's going on.
Can you hear me now?
What is happening? Sorry for the technical difficulty, guys. Let's see what they say. What up, Pabs? Everybody joining? I can't hear Lee, but he can hear me. Everybody can hear me.
Can anybody hear me?
Can people hear Lee?
I can hear myself on the TV.
Okay, here we go. So I can hear both of them. Okay, I gotta figure that out. Of course, technical difficulties.
First it was me, then it was you. I can hear that 3 times.
Let's see. I'm so sorry, guys. This is really frustrating. I don't know. Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
There we go. There we go. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
Doing all right now that I figured this out. So I muted the tab. So old boomer here, tech savvy boomer.
Yeah, I can't even get my Bluetooth to work, so we're all in the
I
same
know.
boat.
It's all going so fast. How you doing, man? How's
Pretty
your week
good, man.
been? Nice.
Huh?
How's your week been?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Well, thanks for joining. Looks like we got a bunch of people here. Nada over here, Pabs, Adam Rivas. You get
Hey, it's Adam.
Duder joined, Lee Paxton. We got a crew.
Hey, it's Paxton. Hell yeah.
And thanks for joining the Cerulean this year. This is your first year, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy. How's your project going?
It's going pretty well. It's going pretty smoothly, actually. I'm actually surprised I'm almost done.
Awesome. You're also working on something else too, right? For GDWC or?
No, no, not for GBWC. This is just for me. When the Black Panther movie comes out, I'm having a kit that I want to post on the same day. Hopefully, I
Nice.
could get the video done as well, but it all depends.
I feel that's cool. It's looking good.
Thanks,
I'm
man.
excited to see it all together. Yeah, working hard. That's awesome. You gonna do any like metal prints of that when you're done?
I'm thinking about it. Hopefully, if I get good enough shoots.
You gonna do like some atmospheric kind of shoots, or you just gonna like just do kind of like some standard like black or white box?
uh, I have an idea that I'm going to try. It all depends on when I finish and when I have time. I was thinking of I was gonna build like a throne because of Black Panther. I'm gonna build a throne for Black Panther, and then I was gonna use. I was gonna try to print like the astral plane
Oh, nice.
on some acrylic at work and use it as a backdrop to post, like to put the model in the astral plane and get like some really deep atmospheric looking pictures. I'm gonna
Yeah,
try.
man. That sounds awesome. That's way cool. I didn't even think about like printing on an acrylic because then you
Yeah,
like, light it from behind and stuff like
yeah.
that. Like, yeah. Are you putting LEDs in it?
Only for the head. I
Okay.
don't. It's not like it doesn't have that many options for LEDs. I mean, if it does, I just don't have the time to sit there and do all the work for it.
Yeah, LEDs are pretty time consuming, huh?
Yeah, yeah, they are.
Yeah. I need to get more into working with LEDs. It's something I really want to do.
I've been using Evan Designs, but Evan Designs LEDs are super expensive. So I've been trying to get more into just doing my own work, my own soldering and stuff like that. So
Oh, nice.
it's taking a little bit more time, but I still do prefer Evan Designs because it's just point and click.
Yeah. Are you using like their battery packs and stuff too?
No, no, I'm making my own battery packs.
Okay. Are
Yeah, I
you
make
using like
one
the flat
for
batteries?
what's up?
You using like the flat batteries, like the
Yeah, the flat watch batteries, and I guess you could say the smaller, more fatter watch batteries. I don't know what they're called.
okay. Oh, like the real small button batteries, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
those.
Okay.
I got like a
Awesome.
cowboy look going.
Those bucket hats are in, man.
Yeah. Eddie calls me schoolboy Q.
Cool boy Q. Yeah, it was interesting when I was putting products up this year. All of a sudden, there was bucket hats available on Printful now too. So
The bucket hat never went out of style for me, man. I will
no,
hold it
man,
down for years.
it's a good one. It's definitely a good one, especially down there in that Texas heat.
Oh yeah, the Texas heat is killer, bro.
Yeah.
It's because I'm bald too, so like I gotta have something like that covers the entirety of my head.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
shiny bros.
Yep. It's just like all clear and it's starting in the back and moving forward, like migrating forward. So,
I wish I was that lucky. Mine started in the front and then went straight back.
oh
So
man.
yeah, it sucked. I used to have long fucking hair, and then like 2 years after I moved to Texas, it just started like withering away. And I was working in the kitchen too, so I was wearing like a hat or a bandana all the time. So
Compressing it down and stuff.
yeah, so after like my first 3 years in Texas, I ended up just shaving it and then doing like the fucking low key comb over or the brush over. Like I'll comb it, brush it down to where the hair still looks nice, and then I'll kind of like make it look good. Yeah, I manned up and just shaved it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was too. My dad still does the comb over, and I'm just like, dude, like you it just and it's wild too because you'll get like the long like wave that blows up kind of thing.
Oh man, that's wild.
Yeah, yeah, like the full cul-de-sac. He's just holding on to it, and I'm like, just shave it. It's easy. Like,
Let's get
don't
it
gotta worry
done,
about
man.
haircut no more. Like, just
Let's take that jump. You know, what's funny is since I've shaved my head, since I started shaving my head, I feel like my head sweats more than it does whenever I had hair.
interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. Like especially like the day I shave, if I
Yeah,
shave my head and I go outside, I'm just like it's weird.
probably all the open pores from shaving.
Yeah.
That's probably it. Yeah, I can't remember what I was doing. I was watching soccer and Pep Guardiola was on, and I was just like, you know what? If that dude can rock it, like I'm gonna rock it, like, and just shaved it all down. I haven't gone back.
it's genetics, man. Like my dad, I've always said like if I go bald, I wouldn't mind being bald if I had the beard, but I got the pirate stash going on. So my dad has like a full on beard now, and his didn't come in until like his like early 50s.
Oh
So I
wow.
think I got like another 13, 14 more years before that beard comes in, and I
Is it
could
still
fully
kind of
have
like
like,
patchy or whatever? Like,
yeah, I got the cat whiskers that grew up here, bro. It's annoying.
oh yeah, same. Yep. I also have the nice Scottish Irish genetics, so it's all I got a red beard with like brown hair, so it's like
Whoa.
yeah. So I
Rock
shave
the
it's
red
a
beard,
completely
man.
different color when I shave my face than when I shave my head.
Just rock the red beard, man. It'd be cool.
Yeah, I've thought about it time to time. When I was in South America for a while, I didn't shave for weeks, months, kind of thing, and I came back and we did like handlebars and like a pirate's like I shaved it down in a bunch of different ways. It was fun.
Jeez, a year? I mean, I haven't shaved this or this in like months, and this is like the most it could go.
Well, Nato's feeling the facial hair. That's for sure. Yeah, it's
Let me grab my phone charger real quick.
yeah, man. Yeah, that facial hair. It gets wild. I'm starting to get a little bit of grays in the chin too, which is nice. I'm like, just all go gray. Just all go gray.
All right, back.
Nice. You fill up those two display cabinets behind you?
What's up?
Have you filled up those two display cabinets behind you?
Now, well, I mean, kind of, sort of, yeah. Like, if you want.
Oh yeah.
The first row, the second row, the unfinished Thunderbolt, and this guy, and then this is the Unforgivables down here.
Oh.
And then same thing with this one.
Nice.
And my first airbrush one is that purple Stein back there.
Oh,
And
crazy.
then more crappy ones. Yeah, I could probably grab the Stein. And then over there, I have my perfect grades.
Nice. I got to send you the link for these lights that I just put in my case.
Ooh,
They're
definitely
super
down for that.
easy to wire. It's nice.
All right, let's hope this doesn't fall. Okay, yeah.
How long have you been building for, Lee?
On and off. As a kid, I built with my grandfather. He got me my first like Gundam kit when I was like 14, maybe,
Okay.
I think. Just like everybody else in the States, I got into it because of Toonami. And that's when I started seeing model kits. He got me one because I used to build cars with him and stuff.
Nice.
And I kind of put it down after a while because I didn't think it was going to be anything big or anything like that. Didn't take it seriously. And then, hold on, escape. And then I moved to Texas, and I can't really skate all the time.
Yeah.
So I had to find something else to do. So I eventually bought a model. Actually, I bought what's left of them. Here he is. This dusty guy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Nice.
I still have the first post from like 2014 on my Instagram when I first posted it. And then off and on, I will build them and then like put them away and build them and put them away. And a few years ago, I got into it just because I was bored and I was playing Destiny and I needed a reason to get rid of like away from Destiny. So I jumped into this and then I saw people were painting them and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. So I went to IkiCon and I first got my airbrush out of a Harbor Freight airbrush.
Oh, nice.
And I painted this and took this there. And I was the only master grade in my division. So I won by default. Everybody else had high grades. So for some reason that like motivated me to like just keep buying more and building more. So
Nice.
years
That's
later,
awesome.
here I am.
How'd you feel using the airbrush for the first time? Did you rattle can before that?
Yeah, I rattle can. My Sotheby down there is rattle can. And
Okay.
I have a PG Ava that's down there that I did with rattle can, and it's like I regret it because I didn't really know what I was doing. I was using Krylon paint and shit like that, and the the top layer started bubbling and stuff. It looks like crap, so I hide it.
That's why it's on the bottom shelf.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
nobody sees it.
Yeah, I feel that. It's a fun kind of like journey, right? Like getting to where we're at, like with building and stuff like that. And you said you
Expensive.
started doing that because you couldn't skate all the time, right?
Yeah,
So skating is kind of like a big outlet for you.
yeah, it was. I got injured when I was 21, and then I never really bounced back from it. I just kind of just like skated just to bullshit around here and there, and just never really cared. And then
Yeah.
now that it actually like hit me, that I'm like, hey, I need something to do. This kind of filled the gap.
Nice. You kind of notice, like, I mean, with skateboarding, we get into a state of flow, right? Like on the board, it's that challenge versus experience or capabilities kind of thing, which really just kind of is modeling, right? And gives you that focus and stuff.
It's I really really like painting, and I really like just being in my art room and just like figuring out what I can make with my hands. So I used to do woodworking, and that was like a thing for a while, but it was super expensive, and seems like more up my alley. So
was woodworking, was it just access to like the materials or like the tools and stuff that were kind of like
the tools for sure. I needed to buy a planer because I was making cutting boards, and I was planing everything by hand, and that's
rough, dude. Planing by hand is rough. Like, and those tools themselves are really expensive. Like, good planers are
$500-600.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's either that or, and plus I didn't like being in the garage all the time. Like it was just hot.
Yeah, it gets hot down there. How long you been in Texas for?
Too long, man. Too long. Like I would say close to 13 years.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe 13 years, 10 to 13 years, somewhere in there.
Yeah. So next move though, you're thinking about getting out, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't mind Colorado for sure. I have this infatuation with Maine right now, only because the houses and the scenery is really nice. But I'm allergic to seafood, and their main delicacy there is seafood. So
there's a lot of seafood in Maine. I can attest to that. Like, it's a beautiful place, but yeah, it's seafood everywhere.
Can't do it.
Are you allergic to all seafood?
I can eat like shrimp, like small pieces of shrimp, and then after a while, I'll start to feel queasy and nauseous, and I just got to go to the bathroom. Salmon, I can eat salmon, but it's like I said, the same thing. It's if I eat too much of it, I just get sick.
Yeah, which is tough. I'm that way with like oysters and stuff like that. Like I can't do. No. Nope. I lived right up the street from Pier 39 too when I was in San Francisco. And we all like skated down to the pier, like go get some like chowder and stuff. And I remember taking my first bite of chowder and just my whole mouth filled with hives. It was just like, yeah, this isn't gonna work.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It was terrible. Yeah.
Rad living down the street from the pier.
It was great. I was just down the street from Pier 7 and then Pier 39. And I had, what was the elementary school that was right by me that everybody was skating. I was right on Stockton. I was basically North Beach my entire time when I was in San Francisco. Oh, yeah. And then when I moved back, I was right at the top of Nob Hill. So California that has the trolley going down it. I was right there off a little alley. So it was nice.
You just walk out your door and just bomb a hill.
Oh yeah. So when I was in North Beach, I would skate to school. So school is down in the financial district. So I just get a bomb down Columbus, hit like Kearney, and just skate through all the traffic. Yeah.
Man, I like San Francisco. Like I went to China Banks, and that was really sick.
Yeah.
I couldn't skate there. I could not skate there. Shit was rough.
No, it's nuts. There's another small Chinatown park with ledges that's just up the street from there too. It's really good.
Oh shit!
It's cool.
I didn't see that one. We
Yeah.
went there, and then we went to Wallenberg, and
Nice.
Wallenberg is a hefty.
Wallenberg, yeah, you get there and you're like, oh, this is not bad. And then you get there and you're like, yeah, that's big.
Yeah, I talk shit all my life about like, yo, I could probably ollie Wallenberg, and then when I finally get there, I was just like, yeah, I'm not ollieing this, but this is after my knee, so I got a good excuse.
Nice. Yeah, it was crazy, like, because I was always having people come visit, and so like seeing these dudes do all that pro shit was just, you're like, yeah, I can't do that. Like, I cannot do that. We went to an elementary school over in Glen Park, and it has a really tight hip in there, like hip to hip. And I don't know how these dudes skate it. It's a little elementary school,
Hmm.
and there's very little runway to it. And yeah, there's a lot of good memories. I loved skating around that city.
I wish I grew up skating in California, man. It's that was like the dream.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. Like, I grew up in Utah skating, kind of, but it wasn't really until like high school, junior high,
Okay.
high school, really started skating. And we didn't even have skate parks or anything there. And we tried to build a skate park in my town that I was in, and then it didn't go through. But now they've got an amazing skate park there. So
Yeah,
it's
it's crazy that skateboarding is so fucking big right now. Like it's
it's huge.
crazy.
Yeah. It's great. I mean, it's great to see all the dudes like coming up from it and stuff like that. It's weird though seeing them all move on to golf because we're all old now.
Fuck, fucking Costin, yeah. Costin's hard in that golf stuff.
Oh yeah, man. Eldridge, Costin, like
Yeah.
Tebow,
It's
all
either
the dudes just like,
golf
oh,
or art.
yep.
Every retired skater goes into one of those two ventures. So, or they turn to like fit bros. So I guess I'm kind of like in the middle of being art and a fit bro.
Art and fit, bro. Yeah, it's not a bad place to be. I mean, definitely as we get older, I can tell you being fit is important because once you
Yeah.
get in your 40s, it's hard to stay fit.
Yeah. I just want to wake up and not have my knees hurt.
I feel that, man. I feel that. Yeah, I had to really work on like my PT bands that run down the outside of our legs.
Mhm.
And those are just super tight. So it's been years of like rolling those out, and it's just too much running and riding and skating and too much on my legs.
Ugh. I had a friend at the gym. He was telling me that his fucking Achilles snapped like years ago, and he's been trying to like retrain it, and he still like walks with a limp. And I just can't. I can't logically think about like your Achilles going. Mm-mm.
I had a buddy pop his Achilles snowboarding, and just, I mean, it was like 2.5, 3 years. Like, he couldn't even put his foot in a boot for like 2 years.
That's yeah, because you're in a boot too, so that gotta suck. Fuck.
Yeah. When the boots pinch on the Achilles, like they lock in your heel. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Moving the binding is probably just torture.
It's not that. It all depends. Like, it really, like, you got to go with like a super soft boot at a certain point and things like that. Like, I was working with the Samsara project last year, and they deal with a lot of Achilles injuries too. And so they have a lot of these just like toe inflections for like rebuilding the Achilles and stuff like that. Because runners apparently will pop them a lot too.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I couldn't think about just be like jogging on the street and have it pop and you just like crumple in the middle of the road.
Nope. That's like one of my worst fears.
Nope.
It's like one of my worst fears. Nada was saying how humbling California was when he was skating.
Hmm?
Nada over Rice. He was just
Oh, okay.
commenting saying California was humbling.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw Davis. I went to Davis College.
Okay.
The Davis Gap, that Reynolds kickflipped, and not Torrey Pudwell. What's that? Chris Joslin. Chris Joslin Trey flipped it. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get how any of those dudes even had the balls to walk up to that spot and be like, I'm gonna kickflip this.
I'm gonna do this. Like,
Yeah, like no. I went to the I don't remember the name of it, but it's a really festive colored stage in the middle of a park. It's another famous spot. I went there and I had fun. And I went to a couple parks out there in Sacramento and shit, and I had a lot of fun out there.
Nice.
But I still haven't been to LA. I want to go to LA to go skate the courthouses.
Oh
I was
yeah.
hoping to come out there for SGMC. I was hoping, but I don't think I'll be able to make it out there in time.
Would you fly or drive? You're not going to go out this year?
Nah, I was gonna fly, but everything is expensive as shit right now. So gotta
Yep.
pay bills.
Yep. Yeah, I was thinking about going, but I'd have to drive, and I don't know if I really want to spend 18 hours in a car.
Nah.
Well, I'm a long ways up here. When I was back in Utah, it was a little bit easier to just drive down there, but I'm a ways away now.
No.
I'd have to
Just,
make a whole trip out of it.
I complain about like having to drive 4 hours to like Dallas. Like I don't want to do that. Like
Everywhere in Texas
Texas.
is like 4 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, Texas kind of. I used to be cool with long drives, like driving from New York to Georgia, but
Okay.
like now I'm just like I don't want to.
Pretty, is it pretty just like empty out there?
It's empty and the drivers are shit.
Mm, that makes
Yeah,
it rough.
yeah, it's pretty bad. It's empty, it's boring. Depending which way you're going. If you're going south, I feel like it's okay because it
Okay.
gets more of towards the ocean. But the
Okay.
ocean's the surf side and all this stuff down here kind of sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, LA is amazing. I definitely recommend it like for skating and just chilling, but it's just chaos too. Like we were there in April and it took hour and a half to drive 10 miles.
I wouldn't survive, man. I have bad road rage, so I wouldn't survive.
It's wild, dude. I just sat in the passenger seat. My boy who lives there drove me around, and I was just like, how? How do you like? It's just exhausting, like just so exhausting. And I love it. Like I love California, but I don't know.
Mm,
Just
mm-mm. Not LA. I'm not gonna drive in LA.
no, it's definitely best to get like a chaperone if you can, or just like stay central to where you're at.
Yeah, isn't there public transit like really good out there, or is it
Yeah,
just
great public transit too.
okay? I wouldn't mind doing that. Driving, hell no. I'm not gonna fucking drive out there.
No,
Have an aneurysm or something.
yeah, for sure. Well, like I have a truck, so taking a truck down there would be a nightmare.
Oh man.
At
It's a
least
lot
if
of
I get
damn
rear-ended, they probably just go right underneath it. But
gas. Still, that's a lot of damn gas, and gas is expensive as hell out there too.
yep, yeah,
Damn.
I think it was like $7 when we were out there. It was nuts.
$7? Nah, I'm
Yeah,
good. I'm
yeah.
good. I'm good. Keep my happy ass on the ground. I'll skate everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, we were staying out. Just we were like out on the beach, and like my boy was in like West LA, and just it was just like 10 miles. I could have walked there faster.
Not worth it.
No,
Not worth it. I get stressed about traffic here. It takes so I can say I was gonna say like it's like probably a good 15 miles with like from North Austin to South Austin, and
okay,
it takes forever just to get downtown. And I have to go pretty much. I have to go from North Austin to South Austin every day for work.
wow,
So yeah, so luckily I work weird hours. Since I work long shifts on the weekend, I'll get up early in the week on the weekend on Saturday. No traffic. It takes like 15, 20 minutes to get to work. But when there is traffic, it's guaranteed 45 minutes to an hour. So it's bad. And it's not just 45 minutes to an hour. You're locked in traffic with people that don't know how to drive. They don't let you over or anything. And it's just,
you got any sort of like coping like mechanisms that you use when you're
I
dealing with
got a little squeezy thing. I don't know what it's
it?
called. Those hand
Stress
things.
ball? Like,
Yeah. I'll squeeze that. I used to vape because I
okay,
smoked cigarettes for years. But I just quit vaping. Kim, how long has it been? About a month? About 2 months? 2 months?
nice,
Yeah.
congratulations. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm just more fidgety now, which drives me up a fucking wall.
How long do you smoke for?
I smoked cigarettes for 15 years, but I vaped for I can't remember. I quit smoking cold turkey. Uh, and then my friend owned a vape store, and this is how it always happens. He owns a vape store, and he had the clouds and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. You could blow fat clouds." And I got into it that way. So I used to be one of those obnoxious dudes that were blowing like huge clouds and shit for like 2 months, and then I got like a regular vape, and then I started buying the disposable ones, and I've been on a disposable kick for 2 years or so.
That's hard. I mean, those are all concentrates and stuff like that. It's intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave up cigs in like 2004, 2000. No, yeah, 2004, 2005. I think I was just working in advertising. It was just like the only way to go outside was like smoke cigarettes or being, working 60 hours. You just finally get stressed and you're like, fuck it. Cause like I smoked a little bit when I built construction, but
Yeah.
advertising was just like, it was crazy. So yeah, thankfully I haven't smoked since 2005. Smoked cigs since 2005.
Sheesh. It's funny because like I think about when I first started smoking cigarettes. I used to smoke Salem Black Labels, and
Oh
then
wow.
I quit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I quit those, and then I started going to shows all the time. And at the venues, there'll be Camel reps. You just show them your ID, and they'll pass you two free packs of Camel Wides. So I'll get 2 free packs every Thursday, Camel Wide filters. I go to 80s night and have like my pocket full of just fresh cigarettes. I go see bands I don't want to like see just to get free cigarettes.
Free
So
cigarettes. I know the Camel Wides well from the construction days. Like those, yep.
Camel Wides and cloves. Cloves were like the
Oh,
thing for like a smooth 6 months.
yeah. Do you ever mess with beaties?
No. I had to think about it for a second. Like, what are those? No, I did not. I've only heard about people messing with those, but I've never messed with those personally. Like I used to smoke P Funks. Those was cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was doing like American Spirits and Parliaments, and then I was just done. It was like so hard to break it too.
Yeah. Once I found my cigarette, it was hard. Camel Turkish Royals.
Oh.
That was my cig.
Yeah. You still find yourself wanting one every once in a while?
Nah. Nah. It's funny too, because like once I really got into vaping, I'll have one every now and then, like a couple years ago. I think the last time I had a cigarette was beginning of last year.
Okay.
I had a hit of my friend's cigarette at the skate park because I asked him for a hit, and then I just gave it back to him. It was just like terrible. It was a Cowboy Killer Marlboro Red.
Oh man.
Yeah.
The Reds.
Yeah, this dude smokes Reds all day, every day, and skates like a bat out of hell, and I don't understand how he does it.
It's just, I feel like it's just at a certain point, the body hits like a normality kind of thing, and that's it. Like my grandma in Florida, she would use her cigarette to light up her next cigarette, and that's just how she rolled. And she'd make her coffee the night before, and then reheat it all day, and wouldn't eat. We'd have to like force feed her a Pedialyte when we'd be out there, kind of thing. But she just survived on coffee and cigarettes until she was like 97, kind of thing. Like that was
That's crazy too. That's so crazy. There's a lot of like really, really, really old people that smoked all their life, and they're just like chilling, like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah, like chronic smokers, kind of thing. Like just one after another. You're like, how do you humanly consume that many cigarettes?
Yeah, for real. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
My chest hurts now thinking back, like all the cigarettes used to like just smoke back to back. I can't.
Yeah. Although I found it harder to give up coffee than cigarettes.
Oh man, I don't think I could do coffee.
It was rough, man. I gotta say, like when I got sick last year, it was like one of those things where it was just like, I gotta give up coffee? Like fuck. Like, and it was like chocolate and acidic foods like tomatoes, so like no pizza anymore and stuff like that for a while. Like, dude, it was
no pizza.
No pizza. Nope.
Can't do it.
Yeah, it was hard, man. Garrett and reflux is a bitch. Like,
fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for you, dog.
It's all good. It was surprisingly enough through it. I learned that PPI, so proton pump inhibitors, which is used for reflux and Garrett, usage was up 67% in the States in 2020 and 2021 due to COVID. So everybody was stressed out having some reflux, reaching for that Pepsid AC. Like,
that's wild.
Yeah.
I can imagine not having pizza or coffee.
Like Pizza came back, thankfully, but like I haven't been able to get back really into chocolate or coffee. I haven't had coffee in over a year and a half now.
That's crazy. You know,
Yeah.
like I work out in the morning, so normally what I'll do is I'll get up, I'll have a small breakfast, and then I'll drink some pre-workout, and then I'll go crank out the gym for like a couple hours, and I'll come home and I'll be fine for the rest of the day. And like somehow, some way, I'll forget to drink coffee. But on the weekends and my work days, I feel it. I'm just like, I need my coffee. I got to get up and have coffee. And especially when I'm at work on Saturdays and Sundays, like since I'm up that early and I'm not being active, I'm just picking up our cameras rolls, and I need coffee.
Yeah. There's a real like I don't know, there's a real ritual to it which I really like. I've been able to do decaf here and there, but even then like the acidity of it really gets me.
So
It's
you can't have like lemonade or anything?
definitely can't do lemonade. Citrus is pretty much out. Like I haven't eaten an orange in a year and a half kind of thing.
Dude, lemonade is my favorite beverage, man. I'm so sorry
Lemonade
for you, dude.
is
I'm so sorry for you, man. That's everybody should drink lemonade.
amazing. There's actually a spot here in town that's got a good lemonade. I think they add a little bit of rose water to it. And my wife is just like, this is actually, no, I think she just said it's just straight lemonade. And it's just amazing.
Hey, it's Super Mecca.
What up, Super Mecca? But yeah, the Lebanese spot we used to eat at does limeade, but they add rose water to it, and it's amazing.
I gotta try that. Rosewater?
Yeah, rose water.
I gotta try that. No, I gotta try that. That sounds pretty cool.
A little bit of rose water, maybe like a mint leaf in it, kind of thing. Yeah, it'd be delicious.
Or you could keep the mint leaf. I'm not a mint fan.
Not a mint fan?
No.
Mm.
Like mints actually like make me angry.
Really?
Yeah. It's too much. It hits my sinuses, and I feel like it's on fire and I can't.
What about peppermint?
Nope.
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 Yeah.
No York peppermint patties, none of that. Can't do it.
Yeah, no, none of that. Nado saying, nah, the coffee remains. Like, I think everybody's that way, man, especially now. It's just like the one comfort we have, like in the morning, the afternoons kind of thing.
Yeah. Especially since like I said, I work out in the morning, so I gotta have something. If it's not pre-workout, it's coffee. So
yeah. Well, I used to carry like a pocket rocket around, which is for like quick boiling water. So it's like backpacking, like a really lightweight backpacking thing. So I would carry enough coffee on me to be able to make coffee in my truck.
okay. That's
like a AeroPress and like a random cup and stuff. Yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you go camp a bunch and then you just have your shit in the back of the truck and you're like,
that sounds pretty cool, honestly.
Coffee on the road, fresh coffee on the road.
It sounds pretty cool. To be honest with you, you don't have to stop. That sounds great.
Nice. So I'd go snowboarding in the mornings, and back in Utah, the resorts were turning into just their chaos. You had to get there before the chairs even started if you wanted like a parking spot. And so I just like open up the back of the tailgate, brew some coffee on the back of the tailgate, hanging out like before the sun came up. It was nice.
That sounds really nice. That sounds like heaven, actually.
Yeah.
If I knew how to snowboard, that would sound even better.
When you move to Colorado, you'll be able to pick it up.
I hope, man. I hope I can actually like try my first like actual mountain instead of a hill.
Yeah, they got good ones over there too. If you're over in Colorado, I'll come visit you because Colorado's got great terrain.
I'm hoping so, man. 2024. Something.
We all gotta have goals, right? Work
yeah.
Towards
I just gotta see if I could get to be I'm either going to try to go for another art studio or go for a Swiss Tech. Nice. And Swiss Tech is the printer that I work on at work.
Okay.
I could be the tech guy, and then based out of Chicago. So they'll send you to Switzerland for a week for training, and then they send you back home. You go to Chicago, you do all the paperwork and stuff, and after that you're on call. So you can be anywhere in the States, and they will send you to where you need to go fix printers. So
that's super cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that.
Would you rather be like technician side like that, or like printing like?
Technician side.
Nice. That's a really good skill too, especially because it's just flying around kind of fixing those things.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've already learned a bunch just like working on the printer, and then whenever the texts do come, uh, we talk a lot. And I talked to one of the guys on Discord and stuff, and he's even trying to like get me in. He's to give me the actual like breakdown
Oh, yeah.
booklet that he has to use, and it's like all the parts for it, and it's like a 200-page book.
Oh,
It's
wow.
not that, yeah, but it's not that big. But most of it is just like breakdowns and schematics of the like, actual printer and how it works. Um, it breaks down the different generations of printers that we have. So they have like 5 different kind of printers,
Nice.
and they're all different. They all have different kind of pumps and stuff like that. So it'll be cool just to learn them, and a free trip to Switzerland too. So
Yeah, I mean, free trips to Switzerland sounds amazing.
yeah,
That's always been a country I've wanted to visit.
I want to visit any country, mainly Japan, but any country would be cool.
Have you ever traveled outside the United States?
Only to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's still United States. But yeah, only to Puerto Rico.
Would you spend some time if you went over to Europe, kind of thing, like package in some vacation time, go and explore? Or...
Oh yeah, I would. Most definitely would. I've always wanted to go to Germany. I
Okay.
always thought it sounded cool. I always wanted to skate in Germany. Definitely Barcelona. Everywhere that I want to visit is all skate related. So Japan is like my number one spot because it's everything I love.
Yeah.
Anime, skateboarding, Gundam, a lot of techwear and stuff like that. Techwear is big out there, and I've been falling more into techwear. And
Okay.
yeah,
A lot
it's
of
really
like
sick.
programmable stuff, right? Like the...
Yeah, yeah, they had like the joggers and stuff like that. They were like walking around with like swords and masks and stuff like that.
I follow a couple of those dudes that do like the LED masks and stuff. They're super
Yeah,
rad.
yeah, that's really sick. I really, really like that stuff.
Have you ever
I
tried
wouldn't
building
mind getting
it?
into making masks. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah. Have you ever like tried messing with it or anything?
Nope. I'm still stuck in the Gundam world right now in 3D printing.
Okay. So let's see. People got some questions. You can go ahead. You guys can ask questions whenever you want. Ryan's, when does chat get to
Oh
ask questions?
God.
What kind of questions you gonna ask, Ryan?
Yeah, Ryan. I'm just gonna ask, boy.
Dude's trying to do all the Thug 2 levels, huh? Yep. All right. Yeah, I mean, companies are gonna ask us to work for them, so we got to make them work for us at times. He wants
Speaking
to
of thug,
desire.
my deepest desire.
Mm-hmm.
I want your feet pics, Ryan. Let me see your feet pics.
Are you Plamo feet?
Huh?
Are you Plamo feet?
Are you? Yeah, I have a theory on who that is, but I'm not gonna throw him under the bus. I'm not.
We'll have to share that in Discord. I think everybody's got a theory on who that is.
I will always promote Primal Feet because it is the most wildest page.
When that came out, I thought about doing mecha toes and just doing like toes of robots kind of thing, but occasionally slipping in some weird, like beat up crooked toe kind of thing.
We need more gimmick pages like that, like gunpowder related gimmick pages on Instagram, just to keep things like. Why would you be? Why would it be me? I hate feet. I'm not the feet guy. I just think it's funny. But yeah, we need more gimmick pages. Like Twitter has gimmick pages and stuff like that. We need more gimmick pages on Instagram for at least classic model related stuff.
It gets kind of serious at times. Need a little bit more gimmick.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. People are passionate about this, but I think sometimes a little too passionate.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So like, we're just making art and having fun. It's cool. Like, I don't need to fight you in the street.
What's going on here? I can see the chat pop. Oh my god. Hey guys.
Adam, what's a big project you'd eventually want to do in the future?
Oh, I actually just thought about this today. I want to do like a little diorama like you and Super Mecha does. The little single isolated dioramas. I want to get a bear guy and I want to make him just look eroded, dilapidated, and put him next to like a vending machine because I saw Max's actually his vending machine. So I wanted to make one from scratch and see how it'd fare, like building it all.
Yeah, that's
And that and I want to do another Ava project, but all my other projects now are getting like bigger and bigger. Uh, I'm making a PC desk right now.
oh
Just
wow,
something I'm making it from scratch, and I'm making a display case on the on one leg side, and it's really intricate. I'm using that blacker than black 3.0 paint. I forgot the name of it. I'm
like
using that for the
black,
inside,
yeah,
and I was
it
gonna
like
make like a
absorbs
whole
light,
like
right?
what's up?
It like absorbs light, right? It's
Yeah,
that super black, yeah.
yeah. I was gonna make like a night scene in it and pull out like all my extra models and stuff in there.
Oh, nice. You using like a joiner or anything, or like what do you what's like your materials that you're using for that?
I'm using scrap wood from work.
Nice.
It's all made out of scrap woods. I'm just trying to challenge myself by just hoarding whatever I can from work because I got this big piece of acrylic right here, this big blue piece, and that's going to be the display case side of it.
Nice.
It's actually sitting in the garage. I would go show you, but my garage is disgusting right now.
It's like my garage, man. It's so much cardboard. It's just packed. Like we've been selling boxes and giving away boxes, and it's still unpacking. My room's barely coming together. Starting to get there. Got a light finally.
Yeah, you've been working at it for months now.
Yeah, yeah. It's good though. Like we got a contractor coming in a few weeks to help us install some doors and stuff like that. We're changing out a bunch of doors, and I still got to do all the trim and things like that, and then got to figure out when I'm going to get shoulder surgery. So that's going to be fun.
Shoulder surgery. You
It's
can
like
put that off like that?
huh?
You can put that off like that?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I've been trying to put it off. I've been trying to fix it through physical therapy, and it's just not getting better. So I got to meet with a surgeon and then figure that out, and then get an MRI so we can exactly know what we're dealing with. And then, yeah, most likely it's a labral tear. So that'll be laparoscopic.
You can't like lift.
Yeah, at certain ranges, it stops moving. It like locks up, or it's painful. So
That sucks.
yeah, and especially because knee and shoulder surgery are the worst. It's like 9 to 12 months recovery time.
I've been putting off the knee surgeries for years. For literally years. It's because like I can't afford taking the time off, and
That's the hard one.
yeah, that's the biggest part of it. I mean, I have plenty enough to do if I have the time off. I just can't afford taking the time off. What would your cutie mark be?
You're My Little Pony. What would your cutie mark
The apple birthmark in my butt cheek. That's my cutie mark.
I like it. If you could collaborate with anyone in the Gundam community, who would it be?
Fuck. That's a good question, man.
That's a good question.
I don't know. Like Ross seems cool. Tuesday build model kits. He's really cool. He's really into RGs, and I feel like if I did an RG with him, that would be really sick. There's another guy I've been following him for like literally years before I even follow anybody in the community. Seth Tuna. I wouldn't mind working with Seth Tuna. This dude makes these giant freaking resin builds with nothing but LEDs. Like he is the main guy that got me into like actually doing like paint jobs and LEDs and stuff, making everything look super clean and super nice.
Okay.
He is the reason why I got into it. My wound wart was kind of like a love note to him, I guess, because of how he does his the underlaying with his with the metallic colors. But do metallic colors and then do a base color over it and then a bunch of masking. It's so good, so good. So I've been trying to like low key figure out how he does it without like asking him. So I have like a bunch of spoons and stuff that I've been like practicing on over time. Like, does he do it this way? Or does he do it this way? So I think I figured it out with the wooden work kind of. Nice. So I'm going to try it again soon with another project. I got a PG Strike that's been sitting in green stuff for years. So I'm gonna definitely do it to that one. I
Nice.
just gotta like get it done with all these other projects I'm doing first.
They all just start adding up, man. Like you just have projects after projects kind of thing.
Yeah, I used to be anti backlog for a while, but then I just gave in. I gotta have it now. So now I like to go back and like revisit kits. So like I want to revisit this one, but I'm probably not gonna take it apart, clean it, and all that stuff. I'm probably just gonna buy a new Sinanju Stein and just paint it. But I do want to go back to my Sotheby that's down here because it's can painted, and I want to just completely strip it, repaint it because I learned a lot more, and the can paint is not that good.
Krylon's not the best for small stuff.
Yeah, well, this one's my first Tamiya cans. This one's
Okay.
strictly Tamiya cans.
Nice.
The Krylon is all the Ava.
That Eva, right?
Yeah, it's big gross.
If you had to turn a real human on the planet into Spider-Man, who would it be? Oh yeah, that's.
Like, look at the cast.
I can see why you. Yeah, you just. Oh, buddy. Oh, Unit 1. Seen better days.
Yeah. It's the Backlog Club. What's Smutty Builds? Oh, I do have an idea. So I want to take a Noble Gundam and make her into a Dominatrix Gundam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do want to, because she has like the whip and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So I had this idea like a few months ago. So like I already started taking it apart and then I put it away, but then I started working on other stuff. So I want to come back to it. Spider-Man.
Yeah. Where do you prefer to have an existential crisis?
In my room, in my bathroom, because I have a small bathroom.
I'm more about when I don't have an existential crisis, given that I feel like I'm living in a constant existential crisis.
That's good thinking.
I feel like, I like try to like enjoy those moments where I'm like, oh, it's okay.
That's why I post every day I wake up every Monday. It's the same shit every fucking day.
Is there a painting technique that you haven't tried that you'd want to learn and use in the future?
I want to get better at weathering.
Okay.
Because the weathering gods hasn't blessed me with the eyeballs for it. I don't have it here. The best one I've weathered was the Gunnerzaku, but that's with the Pickled Gundam in Colorado right now.
Okay.
That's probably the best, hands down, weathering I've ever done. And I want to get better at it. I thought I was getting better with my Zoids. My green one's probably pretty good, but there's a lot of mistakes I made weathering like metals. That's why I really want to figure out like how to like do properly, because I have a few ideas of stuff I want to do, like the fucking bear guy with the vending machine thing I told you. I want to figure out how to weather metals to where it's like it still looks good, but as it gradually goes down to like a crease or anything, and you can start to see the slime and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. How have you been weathering? Like oils or acrylics or
acrylics? I haven't crossed the line over the oils yet.
It's it took me a while to do it. I guess probably about 2 years, because I think I just started doing OPR last year, like end of last year. But it's fun. It's nice. You watch any of like the Mike Rinaldi stuff?
No, I have not.
Check him out, dude. I think if you're really looking to like figure out metals, see what he's doing, because he uses a lot of like pigments and stuff like that. So you get a lot of those like small kind of particles and things like that.
I'm kind of intimidated by pigments. I'm not gonna lie. The closest thing I've used towards it, those little those little Tamiya weathering palettes, the little dry palettes. That's it. But I want to try it out, man.
Try it out. Like I just started. I basically like pick a project and I try to learn something new each time I build. Like I figure out something. I'm like, okay, I want to do this, or I'm not as good at this, so I'm gonna apply it on this build kind of thing. And so like I love weathering just because it tells a story for me. Like it builds that story. Clean builds are amazing, but I like the weathering because it seems like it really it helps with the scale and stuff like that. But I was like acrylics. Like I was basically just flooding with acrylics and like using my thumb to like wipe it down. It was so rudimentary. Like,
Oh, man, I feel you. I'm still doing the black on the edges. Like you do a little bit of black and then you dab a little bit of silver on it to give it like that scraped look.
yep.
And like I would try to like drag it down with the very tip of the brush just to give it like a natural looking look. But I compare mine to like other people's modeling stuff, like Max's. That's the weathering god right there. I look at his stuff all the time. And like Rust, I really want to get good at doing Rust.
Yeah. Yeah. Max really has nailed it. Rust is pretty straightforward. That's one thing I haven't messed with is chipping fluid yet for Rust.
It's like the chipping fluid that you paint over and then you chip it off after with like a toothpick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Or even just like a wet brush.
Oh wow.
You can go back with like a wet brush and just pull it back off.
Hey.
Maybe do one with salt. You can add salt to it and then paint over the salt and rub the salt off afterwards.
Try. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, I want it to be all like small circles though. Like I don't.
No, you like cluster it. So it's like you kind of like build it up in areas. But that's how Rust is, right? Like Rust starts out as small circles and grows and then it connects with areas. So
okay.
You build it up, yeah.
Huh.
Or like
that's salt. That's cool.
Yeah, Austin ox scale model works. He'll basically paint the whole thing rust and then go in and basically dab on the colors. So the rust is primary. So he's not trying to get back to the rust. He's basically kind of just adding a bit of color here and there.
Okay.
Weathering hides my dust and cat hair. Yes, it's very forgivable, Max is saying.
I love my cat.
Multiple animals and cannabis dust and all of that. Like, yes, it's weathering can be your friend, especially like when you put something together and scuff it and you're like, okay, well, I guess it's gonna have a scuffed underarm. Like,
yeah. There's been a couple kits that I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna just weather because I got like I fucking hit my joint in my room and the dust settled or some shit, or my cat hair would get landed on something while I was drying.
Yep.
Yeah. That's how I have a moon Gundam that I originally didn't want to weather, but it ended up weathering because it was just got dusty and nasty on it. So I was just like, fuck it. I was going to weather to try to hide it. And I made it worse.
Sometimes it can go too far.
Oh, yeah.
Nato's asking, for me, modeling and painting is a form of healing mentally and emotionally. What is going through your head when you're working on a project? And has it helped you with your mental health?
I try to, when I'm painting, I really try to block everything out. I have gotten in the habit of like just putting my phone down or putting my phone aside, putting something on the TV that I won't like have the urge to change. And I'll just try to sit, block everything out and just focus on what I'm doing. Because to me, it's like a challenge to actually like focus on one thing.
Yeah.
And the way my brain goes, like I'm just going a mile a minute. So I'm like, I could do this, or I could do this, or I could do that. So it's like, it's fun to me to try to sit down, chill out, and work on just trying to get this coat nice and smooth, or mix it, get my paint ratio down, and just get the color looking just right. It's fun. It's
really focusing on that specific task, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like multitasking, which ultimately we're not really good at. We all like to say we're good at multitasking, but the human brain isn't great at multitasking.
Oh, I'm not. I'm very much not. I could do so much, and like I could have a conversation with somebody while working on something, but then once I add one more thing, I'm not talking to that person anymore. I'm kind of just on autopilot. So they're talking to me, and I'm just like, yeah, sure, whatever. Blah 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 blah, doing something else. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I really like to just focus on what I'm working on and really try and get in the flow of the process that whatever I'm working on requires. So if it's like prep or whatever. And I think a lot of that comes from like my prior woodworking and things like that. And so it's nice. It's nice to kind of not necessarily put blinders on, but really kind of take some time and I find that it's very much in the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of things similarity to your process to sit, focus, paint, and paint the damn robot.
Gotta get it done.
Got to get it done. Yeah, I know. I've been putting off starting the weathering on this Cerulean build because I just had it. This has been the first build since I've moved, and I just really need to. I just need to hunker down and do it. But Gunpla Moo brought up a good point about having a paint mule. So just having like kind of a disposable piece or an entire figure that you can paint however your project is, and then you can practice your weathering on it and things like that before you actually begin. So you can kind of work out the kinks or work out that initial kind of stress. Like if we're even talking about in the skateboarding terms, like just ollieing the gap before you kickflip it kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. I have a couple pieces that I would practice on, but I normally I got spoons. Like I have shoe boxes of spoons that I've worked on. So like that's like my first go-to. My mind is like, oh, let me just grab a spoon, especially if I got already painted the color that I'm working on.
Nice.
Is easier for me because I'll paint like multiple spoons. But the Black Panther thing, I have 5 spoons that I painted the exact colorway that I'm painting it, and 3 of them are messed up because I was just trying out different things. Like, oh, let me try this, let me try that. I need to try another thing before. I think I'm going to add on too much to this Black Panther project, and it's going to be late because I want to have it done before the movie, and I'm still working on the Cerulean project. The funny thing about that is, like, I want to polish the kit I'm working on. I've never polished before outside just like wiping it down. It's like water or really, really high grit sandpaper and then wiping it down with like the polishing stick. But I want to actually use like what is it called? Like the polishing compound and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. What is that? There's a Tamiya one, right? And a lot of people use them on like clear kits and stuff like that. The stuff you're talking about.
Yeah, I really want to try to polish this kit that I'm working on to like really bring out the shine in it. But I'm nervous because I don't want to mess it up and then have to like fix a part and then make every single part match and then be late.
Like, so now I need to do this process that I messed up at again and again and again, so then I can fix the process that all looks the same. Yeah.
Yeah. And I showed you the parts the stuff I'm working on, and like this, I had to do that and then masking and then go over it with the clear color and then seal it again and then go over it with the gold and then go over it with the clear orange and then seal it again. It's tedious.
Sounds tedious for sure. Do you find that like do you have like anxiety or ADHD or kind of anything that you struggle with on a daily?
I do believe ADHD, if anything. I'm self-diagnosed, so I just always figured that if I could try to just like focus on one thing, it makes me feel better personally that I can at least complete this one thing because I have a hard time like just sitting down like editing. Like I told you before I want to edit videos, but I cannot sit down and just edit because I just can't for some reason. So I have to like find a way to trick myself into doing it, and then once I start doing it, like that's when I'm like, okay, I have to do this now. Okay. So it's weird. It's a weird thing to really describe.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's just good that you are able to kind of recognize where like essentially kind of strengths and weaknesses are, right? And so then you can kind of work around that and be like, okay, well, like if it's hard to sit down and edit a video, like how do you set it up so that you can like it's like forced or like creating kind of like a editing bay so it's all blacked out.
Yeah.
Like I find like with that, like as soon as I get on the computer, there's like emails I got to send and like art I got to make and things like that. So like editing videos can be really difficult in that capacity.
Yeah. Like it's like as soon as I sit down, I just don't want to do it. Just like 15 other things around the house I could go do. Like I could go fuck off my art room. I could go play video games. You know, I could go cook because I need to go cook all the time since I'm working out. Like there's so many other things that I could be doing that's running through my head and sitting right here. So normally what I'll do is if I know I'm going to edit that day I'm going to edit, I will get up in the morning, hook up my external hard drive, write everything down that I'm going to do, put it on my computer desk, and then copy it on my phone, and then look at my phone most of the day. Like, this is what I'm going to do when I get off work. This is what I'm going to do. And I just keep going over and over and over on my phone during the day. Then once I get home, I make a beeline to it and I sit down and I just go at it. And anytime I try to, that's why I turn my phone off, or I'll throw my phone on my bed trying to mess with it or anything. And I'll just sit in this man and look at that. Sometimes I have to like turn on the TV just to have something going, something else going to like help me like look at it and then go back to this. But I have to be able to trick myself into like actually doing it like with everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying, but
well, it's all kind of like tricking our brain, right? Like the way the brain's wired and how it perceives things and stuff like that. But again, I think that's a lot of the success and like a testament to being like, okay, like this is how I operate. So how do I build a program to operate?
yeah. I'm actually trying to figure out another way to my assembly progress when I'm like painting models of specifically Gundams. I used to paint like all the colors, like all one base color all at once. So like arms, head, chest, legs, everything all at once. And then I'll take that color and I'll put it away. And then I grab the next color and I'll do that next color, and then so on and so on and so on. And it would just take me forever to get done with the model. And I wasn't focused on it. And I could see it in my work that I wasn't focused on it. So when I switched over to doing like pretty much one part at a time, so I'll do an arm at a time, or like
Okay.
one leg at a time, and then like one skirt at a time, I noticed that like I started to progress more in my work.
Nice.
Because that's why I love my PGU so much, because I feel like my PGU is like the best thing I've done. It's the best clean build I've done.
Yeah.
Same thing in my Gunner Zaku. That's the same way I did that, except for the LEDs, which snapped on me when I was taking pictures. But yeah, I just have to figure out a good way to set it up. And this way I'm doing it now is like, I think that's like the way I want to keep. So I'm going to continue doing that. And I like to work on two models at once.
Okay.
It's like my own way of stressing myself out. So that's why I'm working on the Black Panther one and the Cerulean one too.
Yeah. I mean, do you find that it helps kind of like, I mean, I know it definitely stresses out, but do you find sometimes that you potentially might burn out on one project? So having a second project to kind of move to?
Yeah.
Especially because it's probably it's at a different process or a different state in like its build and things like that.
Yeah. I have a Hazenflay. That's how you say it. I have a Hazenflay that I got last year from Nickel Models that I painted, but it took me so long just to get to like where it's at now that I don't even really want to finish it, just because like I have models like that I don't care to finish.
Yeah.
Like this Thunderbolt back here, I really want to finish because I'd rather just start a new one. But I painted it so long ago that I don't remember what paints I used. I think I used Vallejo for some of these, but I just don't want to.
Yeah. I feel that. Adam's got a good question. What are some ways that you learn new techniques or skills? Do you lean on streamers or YouTube, or maybe reaching out to other Gundam builders?
YouTube. I'm a YouTube whore, sadly. YouTube, I'll ask other people, but I hate bothering people. So I've asked Kevin a couple times for some things, just like how he's done certain things. But other than that, just YouTube or Google, and then Reddit.
Do you find though that people are pretty friendly when you ask them kind of like how they do stuff?
Yeah, most people are pretty friendly. Most people are pretty chill. Like I selectively pick the people I'm going to ask about. Some people they like to give away information that's just kind of like unwarranted. Like they'll come at you and be like, "Oh, your seam line. So next time do this for your seam line." I'm like, "All right, bro, I already know about that. I was just lazy. Like let it go."
I'm asking you about the chrome, not the seam line. Like
yeah.
Yeah, like we all see it in our work. Like we all, if anything, we see our mistakes. Most people don't see our mistakes or like things that we, I guess, cut corners or whatever it is, right? Like at a certain point, you don't really care. Like you're like, okay, like I've done 2 passes of hiding the seam line. It's good enough. Like
yeah, or people that don't paint the bottom of their feet.
I weather the bottom of my feet. I'm a maniac when it comes to that stuff.
It's the people that they go ape shit on the inner frames of Gundams and then they cover it all up. Yeah. I just can't.
That's definitely one that I started out and I don't do it anymore because I'm like, you're never gonna see it. Like,
yeah, I've done it to a couple kits.
Paint the cockpit even though you can't see it. And I'm like, no. I'm gonna harvest that cockpit. I'm gonna cannibalize that cockpit and fill it with a bunch of polystyrene so I can use that cockpit for a scratch build.
That's pretty cool. Oh, speaking of scratch builds, remember SWAT cats?
Yeah.
I want to build the Turbo Cat.
Nice.
Yeah, I
That'd
want to
be
step my game up and try to like scratch build it, but I have to get like a. I can't remember what jet that it is, but I have to go find the jet that's closest to it and scratch build everything else around it.
okay. That would be amazing. Do you have you ever checked out Nightshade on YouTube?
Nightshade, no.
Check him out for weathering. He's got some really cool stuff on weathering, like basic brush and a toothpick kind of thing.
Ooh,
And his stuff looks amazing.
I'll try that out.
Nightshade,
Nightshade.
he's good for weathering. Who else is Max? Probably knows a bunch of people if he's still in here that he recommends. Gumball Moo's been rolling with Mike Rinaldi for a while now, and his weathering is just next level.
I'm trying to look him up. Nightshade.
Nightshade, yeah. Let's see.
Nightshade models.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty funny too, like just the way he like comments on it and stuff like that. That's fun. And they're like pretty they're pretty short videos. He's got longer ones and stuff like that, but there's a beginning to weathering video that's what really helped me when I was starting to weather.
All right. I learned a lot of stuff through tank videos.
Oh, yeah. This dude's Nightshade's a big tank builder, big armor, aircraft kind of thing. But it's nice because it's not heavy in process. It's not like heavy in materials and things like that. Because I mean, like this is a slippery slope hobby kind of thing. Like you start getting into processes and you're like, oh, so I've got to buy a dozen pigments for this, or I need to go buy oils and buy this and buy that, mineral spirits. And
this hobby is so fucking expensive. It's just like the most random stuff you need to buy. There's like a little it looks like one of those paper cutters you used to have in school, but it's for plastic.
Yep.
Huh?
The Mr. Chopper. Yep.
Yeah, I want to get that.
I've been putting off buying the Mr. Chopper for like a year and a half now. My wife is just like, just buy it. Like you're cut. I'm like, yeah, but I can cut polystyrene. Like I can cut it with a knife. I don't need a chopper. Look, I can do it. Like
I feel like that would be helpful because I was trying to cut some polystyrene for my Zoid, and I just cannot get a straight line, like a straight cut, without having to sand it back all the time. So I feel like the chopper would be pretty cool.
Yeah, sanding it back's not too bad. Adam was asking a previous question. Would you ever consider putting a booth at con or event to showcase and or sell builds?
I don't know. That's a trick question. I don't know. Maybe like prints of like builds and stuff like that, but I don't know about my builds. I don't feel like I'm good enough to have a whole booth to myself yet.
Maybe like partner or something, have like a group booth or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. Like if I look at these amateurs like painting and stuff like that. I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to put myself up that high.
Like I feel like prints would be a really good one, especially something where you could like essentially kind of take orders, right? Like people could send you photos and you could print it out on metal, send it back to them.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. That's what I want to do, but I'm trying to get a good. So the Chromolux that I use to print on, it costs a lot. So I'm trying to work something out with my boss to where I could get a couple of sheets of Chromolux to myself.
Nice.
So, and then I have to figure out my sizes because that would help me out in the long run. So I won't waste material and stuff like that. So I have to have like 3 or 4 set sizes that I could go to. And yeah, but I'm just waiting on my boss. Once my boss lets me know that he could get extra Chromolux for me specifically, then it's cool. Then I got to use a laser cutter to cut everything out.
Okay, I was going to ask, like, do you print on it before it gets cut or after it gets cut?
After it gets cut.
Okay.
Yeah. If you cut it after it's already printed on, the edges will fray and it'll cause the there's I can't remember the exact name that's on the Chromolux metal, but it's part of the metal is made for the adhesion for prints to stick to it. So on the ends, if it's not heated off, like if you don't heat the ends will flake up after a while, and then the image will just pretty much fall off.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So you have to make sure the edges are heated.
Heating those edges encapsulates it?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, running booths is also at events is it's a lot of work and it's expensive too at certain points.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind like selling like kits for like a shop, you know, like if they have like a bunch of kits they want me to go do and be like, hey, go to this con, sit here and sell these kits for us. All right, cool. I wouldn't mind doing that. And I could use my models as like the display piece to
Yeah.
bring you in.
Yep.
But I could do that. But I don't know about selling my pieces.
That's understandable. Yeah, I think if I went to SCGMC, they were asking for like panel people, and I was like, if anything, I would talk about Cerulean, but definitely not anything. I'm nowhere near model building to share to teach people how I build kind of thing.
I'll just go in there and tell me I gaslight everybody saying birds aren't real or something.
Birds aren't real. The planet's flat, folks. The
Yeah.
planet's flat.
I really want to go to SGMC. Like, I wanted to go this year, but I felt like I would just troll the whole entire time. So, like, I would just show up in like a costume and just fuck with people that I recognize. So if I saw like Kevin, like I would go and like pick him up and hug him. Because I know he's like a fucking stocky dude. So like, I know he doesn't want to get picked up.
I think going in like a disguise would be hilarious.
Yeah, that's all me. I would do that. And just what disguise though? Like I can't go with Kakashi because I guess that's obvious. So I got to do something else. Go with Char. No, I'll go with Sailor Mask just to piss everybody off. Yes, that's it.
I would go as a very like old, like I would like get like old kind of makeup and stuff and go as like an old armor builder and just being like really curmudgeon and like being like Gundams aren't models. Like
That's gotta be good. I gotta plan that now. Yeah, we gotta plan that next year. Next year.
Be old people and be like, this isn't a Panzer.
Be like, what was it, Johnny Knoxville from Bad Santa? What was it? Oh, Bad Grandpa.
Yep. That would be amazing. I feel like that would be fun. I can push you around in a wheelchair or something, push you into Kevin.
Yeah. Get up and do random kickflips and sit back down. My back.
Yep.
I'm so down for that.
That would be fun. I could definitely get down with some of that. Let's see. Yeah, definitely check out Nightshade. And like, I don't know, man, just have fun with weathering. That's kind of like the biggest thing. Weathering and dioramas is just fun. And like, each one gets better. I guess I would say like my first diorama it's embarrassing now. Like, I mean, it's good for what I knew at the time, but looking back and you'll be like, oh, well, I learned all of these other things. Like I could have done this, I could have done that. And, but that's just, I think, just really part of it.
Yeah. I like my Ava diorama, but I don't like the pictures I took for it. I feel like it doesn't really like show everything. Yeah,
that's really hard too with dioramas is showing, especially once they get big and things like that, and they start like bleeding out of frame and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, like this one
build was such a pain. Yeah, that Eva build's huge, right?
Yeah, it's sitting under my TV. I've been wanting to reshoot it, but it's all dusty and stuff now. Fucking weed smoke, so.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You're like, do I really want to brush this thing off? Buy some canned hair and. Do you have a static brush or like a makeup brush?
I do have a couple makeup brushes.
Okay.
Maybe one day, if I feel froggy, I'll do it because I still got to retake. I have a PG Exia that I've never finished. It's just chilling in my case, and I need to take pictures of it, but I just haven't. I've had it for literally years, like years. Yeah, so it's just chilling.
How was that PGU to build? Good.
I love it. I loved it. Yeah, they didn't even make more like that. That was like the best assembly, best everything, the best frame. I took out the LED for it sucked. That comes with it. So I did my own LEDs. I took apart I keep wanting to call it the pod racer, the actual core fighter, and I put the battery in the core fighter, and I used that as like its own little battery pack.
Oh,
so once you push it down, everything lights up.
Oh, that's cool. That's smart.
Yeah, but like I really love the PGU, and I want to get another PGU because I want to paint it red.
Oh, nice.
Because I have one that's all blue here, so I want to paint this one red. And then if I'm feeling corny enough, I'll get a white one and paint it white, and have the red, white, and blue ones. So
Yeah, they look amazing. Like I've always wanted to build one. Like I guess the closest I got to it was that Master Grade 3.0 RX-78.
yeah.
That was super fun to put together.
Side note, I'm actually working on that too, a 3.0 Gramps.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's chilling in a Tupperware bowl in my room. I
Okay.
gotta get different water slides for it because I got like holographic water slides or whatever, and I don't like them.
Hmm.
So I gotta get some new ones and put them on there and then finish it up. I
You just
painted
don't
it
like how
months
they
ago.
look or shape or what?
What's up?
You don't like how they look?
Yeah, I don't like how they look with the blue and the gray that I'm using. It just doesn't sit
Okay.
right with me.
Yeah.
So just get some regular like gray ones or black ones.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I have like some holograms, and I've never really gotten around to using them because I've always felt like I go to put them on, and I'm like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah. Like I was looking for them and GSN had them, and I was like, okay, I'll just try them out. You know, maybe it'll look cool. It
yeah.
didn't look cool. It didn't look cool whatsoever.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those like early things where you're like, yeah, holograms. Like that'll be it. Yeah, there's like I got to figure out what I'm going to build next. I really want to build. I've got this Ed 209 I've been waiting on to do.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That's sick.
yeah. It was that Motoroid Ed 209.
What?
There's like metal parts to it and stuff.
So
Yeah,
it's about that big?
yeah. It's 116, I think.
Fuck, that's sick. I always wanted Ed to, and that's so sick.
Yeah, I had a toy as the kid, and I was hoping that like I don't know what happened to it. It just disappeared over the years for whatever reason. I still have RoboCop that came out. And,
Mm-hmm.
all the little clicker on the back, and he'd fight with caps in them.
Yeah.
Remember those? Yeah. So I had the Ed 209. He was gone, and then when this dropped, I was like, I got to get this. Like,
Fuck, that's a long time ago. Thinking about it now.
so long ago, man.
Fuck, I've always loved the Ed 209, but like I love the top grill part.
Yes.
I don't know why, but that's like my favorite part of it.
That whole like visor kind of thing. Like,
yeah, it's just so sick.
Yep. Yeah. So I've been debating if I want to do like movie quality or like kind of put my own like.
Do your own. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Do your own. Make it fucking yellow.
I always like to make them like they've gone into production kind of thing. Like there was like what we saw was like the prototype, and now that shit's out in production. Like,
ugh. I couldn't imagine one of those was walking the street.
Was it Super 7, that toy store?
Yeah.
They just released a kit of Ed 209 and the dude that he shoots up. And it's all titled like it must be a glitch or something, but dude's got like a giant hole in his chest and stuff.
That's sick.
Yeah, definitely check it out if it's something you want, because like I think they just restocked them.
Check that out. You gotta send me a link for that. The next thing I'm buying now is this the YOLO Park Optimus Prime.
Oh yeah.
I want that. I want that bad. That is beautiful to me.
It's like what, like $150 or something?
It's $200.
Okay.
Yeah, it's around there. And there's a couple other Transformers kits I want. Windblade.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's another one from like the G1 series. I can't remember her name, but she's like pink.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not good on Transformers lore, but like I really want this one. It's really sick.
Do you follow I think his name's Capcom Kai? He was basically like sculpting Transformer figures. And so he was doing resins. There was a Soundwave where he was a Predator drone.
Get the fuck out. Are you serious?
Dude, so dope. I'll send it to you. Like it is like it's all like gangly arms and stuff. Like it is hands down the best Soundwave I've ever seen.
See, that's pretty cool.
And I think he was the one who helped design that new Optimus Prime that's out.
The Yellow Park one?
Yeah.
Damn, that Yellow Park one is amazing, man. I've been watching people build it, and it's just so like I'm worried about if you can even paint it because of how intricate it is.
That's
I'm
my
pretty sure
question.
it
I'm like, how
can.
do you paint something like that? Like it has all these internal moving parts that are exposed. Like it's insane. I'm really hoping that it stays successful, and then we get a Megatron and a Sound Scream or a Star Scream and a Sound Wave, and we
Yeah,
get them all.
that would be great. We need more. I wish we could get more Beast Wars kits.
Yeah.
Like that would be cool.
Yep. Yeah, I just love to see a lot of the old properties come back. I mean, I'm happy that like the Maddox kit came out. Like I just got one of those. So, and then like Venus Wars. Like I want to see all these old properties come out.
What's Venus Wars?
Oh man, Venus Wars is amazing. So it's you haven't seen the anime or read the manga?
Oh, I guess I haven't. No.
Oh, dude, it's so good. So I think it's like 96 it came out. And it's got it's all about like there's a war on Venus, and then there's these like super tanks. They're called octo tanks.
Okay.
And the rebellion or like the opposing side comes up with this one-wheeled motorcycle that kills tanks. And so they put out the motorcycle, it's the monobike, the Hound monobike. And it's amazing. Like it starts out and it's all a bunch of battle bike punkers. And so they have kind of what's like rollerball, but it's on one-wheeled motorcycles on like a track, and they like run each other off the tracks. I highly recommend that anime. Like,
check that out. That sounds kind of cool.
yeah, it's like full on like 90s vibe anime. Like,
That sounds kind of cool. I'm gonna look that up. That sounds kind of cool. I've been wanting to go back and watch more older anime anyway.
The kit is amazing because it's super simple, and they're selling new ones where they have a rider in the bike now. So he's
okay.
like leaning in the bike kind of thing. It's tight.
Do you know they make like bubblegum crisis kits?
I would kill for a bubblegum crisis kit, like a Boomer or Priss or any of those. I know a little plastic was doing a resin of Priss a while ago.
Sick.
Yeah, but I would kill for that, or like Appleseed, like some Landmates or something.
Yeah, they have some Appleseed kits. I don't know. I can't remember exactly who makes them. I saw, is it Plymobot or something? Like the same people that make the Gurren logging kits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's. I'm not 100% sure on that though.
Because I know the Power Dolls just came out.
The Power Dolls?
Yeah. But they're just like, I think they're 135. They're like 6 inches tall, but they're almost $100. I was like, I can't fuck with that. Like,
I like big kits, man. Like that's why I like perfect grades and like master grades. Like I gotta have like a big chunker.
I'm with you on that.
It's just
actually like an old kit that I'd love to see come back. I've got an old resin Guyver. That's like foot like 14 inches tall.
Dude, somebody else had a resin, like an old resin Guyver kit. I can't remember who the fuck it was. There's somebody in the hobby that had one. They pulled the box out and it's like, it's blue, right? Like yeah, okay, cool. Fuck, who was it? I can't fucking remember. It's gonna come to me like 5 days from now. I'm gonna fucking shout it out and nobody's gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, I got it as a kid, or like my dad got it for me when I was like 13, 14 years old. And because I was like starting to build models and just fucking around. And then like I painted it, I brushed it with acrylics. So now I got to go back and sand it down, get all the like brush marks off of it and repaint it because it's dope. Like
those brush painters, man. I can't.
Gumbla Moo though is talking about painting all his kits hand brush now though, because it gets all that like modeling going on it and stuff like that for weathering. Gets all those little bits to OPR and wash and stuff.
Super Mecha goes with like all hand painting too. Yep. I'm just bewildered. It's so wild. Like I can't.
It's more. I find it's more that it's easier on like the Make kits, like more organic kits than like the Gundams, because the Gundams just have so many big kind of like flat planes and like. You know, like you're talking about like a high grade at 144, like getting like detail, like it just shows. So if you see a brush mark on a 144 kit, you're like, oh, is that a toy? Like that's a nice toy you got there. Like you have no scale with it. Not saying brushing is the way.
I just can't thin my paints down. Like if I'm brush painting, it's details.
Yeah.
It's really small details, like a dot, little lines here and there, nothing too crazy.
You acrylic or lacquer?
Enamel.
Enamel? Yeah.
Yeah. because I could use some lighter fluid to get rid of my mess up.
Yeah, I'm only using those for weathering. Like I was thinking about, I got a new booth, so I was thinking about being able to spray lacquers and stuff, and I just don't want to do it.
Hey man, I love lacquer.
They're amazing. Self-leveling and all that shit, like they're amazing.
I love it. I do. Oh, one side note, I do like building spray booths.
Nice.
I actually want to try my hand at building one of the waterfall spray booths.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I got a parts list I saved my phone, and I think it'd be pretty cool to build one from scratch.
That'd be amazing. I was talking to, we just had a railing done in the house, and I was talking to the metal fab guys, and I showed them my paste booth. I was like, yo, could you guys make this? And they're like, yeah, for sure. Like, this would be super easy. I'm like, so let's talk about making a bunch of these and see how much they would cost. Because old Bob Pace is jacking up the price on those every year. And I'm like, I wanted to make these affordable for people.
That'd be pretty cool. And affordable booths, that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, because like we have like the Masters booth or the Pace booth or the Robot Kai booth, right? Like that's it.
Well, we also got the Amazon booth.
The Amazon booth, yeah, which is essentially a Masters booth. It's just like whoever produces the Masters booth is just putting a new sticker on it.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it's trash. It's what, like 120 millimeter PC fan that's inside of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not going to suck anything in.
I got a 6-inch inline fan that I use in my booth now, and I have no suction problems.
Yeah, I would say not. You know, you follow What the Hell?
What the on Instagram?
Yeah, Ryan Manahan.
No, I don't think I do.
That dude builds so he builds like, I want to say like I think it's like 112 scale, maybe like 120 or 116 scale. But he does like photoreal replicas of like subway on like staircases, or people send them their front doors and he'll replicate the front door.
Oh shit.
And his spray booth, like you could basically stand in kind of thing.
Okay. That's like the one I have at work.
Yep, the big ones. Yeah. Check that dude out. That dude is next level and a huge cannabis user. So it's fun to see like what somebody who's just like get blazed with them kind of thing, and then see what he makes.
The giant spray booth we have at work, like I really want to go smoke inside of it. Just because it's huge. It's just this massive wall, and it's just a booth. And no matter what you spray in there, it gets sucked right out.
Nice.
I just want to sit in there and just hotbox it and then turn the fan on to see what happens. But I know I'll get in trouble.
Yeah, for sure. I worked at a CNC ride shop in Southern California for a while, and we used to go get stoned in the bathroom in back and turn on the fan, thinking it's just shooting it right up, right? Like it was sending it up over into the big and tall dressing rooms that were right next door. So like the manager came over and he was like, "You guys got to stop smoking weed, man. Like it's blowing into my store." Like,
dang.
Yeah, like, sorry, man, we're using the vent. Like it should have just gone. And he's like, "No, it's straight up like smoke's coming down into the dressing rooms." Like, so we should probably talk to the building manager mostly about this. Like,
yeah, a free hit. That's the longest shotgun ever.
Right? Yeah, because it'd be like 3 dudes in like a tiny bathroom just with a massive blunt just blowing hits into it. And oh man, skate days.
Yeah, man. Skate days still go on every now and then. I try to limit them. I gotta be responsible now.
Right? Yeah. No, I need to go. I don't know. The skate park here is kind of crazy. I don't think I'll go skate it. This is where the first full bowl is.
Oh,
First
I wouldn't skate that either. Hell no.
We were walking along the river, and I was like, "Oh, here's the skate park. Like, let's go check it out." And they've got a pool there, like a pool bowl there, and it is so deep, like sketchy deep kind of thing. And then they've got the whole full over there, and Nope.
Can't do it. A friend of ours, a friend of mine, he has a full pipe in his backyard. I actually went there like a few weeks ago. I think I posted like a clip on Instagram, but like I have really hard street wheels, so my dumbass decided to hop on the ramp. The first wall I pump up, I slip out and I just slam and I slide back down. So I had to get my friend's board because he has a vert board, and I was out of my fucking element.
Yeah.
I was really out of my element. I was like, I don't know. Like I got to the top. I wanted to try to drop in, and I dropped in, but I was so like fucking shook when I got to the bottom. I just let the fucking board go. I was like, I'm good.
I'm
I'll
good.
stick to jumping down like sets. I'm good.
Yeah. Yep. Flatlander kind of thing. Like I'll stick to my stairs, my manual pads, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Rather jump down the 12 stair than jump down this.
I feel that. What you got going on for the rest of the night, Lee?
I'm just gonna hang out with my girlfriend, chill,
Nice.
probably
Awesome.
watch some movies or anything, eat some Twizzlers.
I like it. I was gonna say, are those the peel apart Twizzlers?
The best ones, man. The best ones. The only ones I get.
I'm a red vine guy.
Oh, red vines. I don't see those that much down here.
Nope.
The only Twizzlers.
My wife, they're harder to get up here where we moved. So my wife just ordered me a box of it. So I feel like it's like a convenience store. Like you just walk in, just pull out a box. Like
I couldn't have a box of those, man. I would destroy them all night.
yeah.
One day.
We had a contractor that kept a, you know, the big Costco barrels of those.
Yeah.
Those in his pickup truck and would just like, it's just mow down a barrel of red vines. Like,
It's so bad for your stomach.
So bad.
Just wax.
So I introduced that dude to a Stroop waffle, and he started carrying boxes of Stroop waffles around.
Wow. So I never had my first. I had my first Stroop waffle 4 years ago.
What'd you think?
Weird. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. If I ate it when I was younger, I'll be more about it. But now that I'm older, like I only get sweets like this or like gummy bears.
Okay.
And I'll be done for a while until my teeth start to hurt and I'm done.
I'm a big like baked sweet guys, like cookies, like donuts, things like that, cakes.
Yeah.
My jam.
Oh God. What the hell was that? I like cookies. I like the protein cookies that you get at the gym. Those are pretty cool.
I've got a good whey protein powder I can send you.
Ooh, is it easy on the stomach?
Yes.
Okay.
It's also it's got the only ethical certification of whey powder that I was able to find.
Okay, cool. I'll be down.
Yeah.
Because most of that stuff like immediately hurts my stomach.
Yeah, it was the same for me. And I was also really like, I had to use it to put weight back on when I got really sick. So it was really about kind of having something that was super clean, something super ethical, and then something that just wouldn't upset my stomach. So
yeah. Is it vegan or?
No, definitely not.
Okay, cool.
No. Vegan whey it's kind of like an oxymoron.
Yeah. This one, I had one that was it was called Sun Warrior.
Okay.
And I was using that one for a little while and it was pretty good, but it felt like a placebo. It just wasn't really doing anything.
Yeah. This, I believe, is called ANG or AGN.
AGN?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I do use a vegetable-based collagen.
Okay.
So that's like pea proteins, things like that. But that one tastes horrible. It's like Tahitian vanilla. I'm like, can we just not flavor any of this stuff? Like, I'm like, what's up with Tahitian vanilla? Everybody, I'm like, nobody likes Tahitian vanilla. I mean, maybe some people do, but it's a strong vanilla.
I like strawberry flavored things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's always good.
Yeah, we bought a Blend Tech a year ago.
Oh.
Just been blending everything on that.
Blendtex, I will never not think about Blendtex, and then the Will It Blend website.
Yeah. Yep.
That's like the biggest thing I know about it.
That is amazing. It was always funny to blend a cell phone.
I say hi to somebody. He's feeling frisky.
What up, buddy? Hi.
He's frumpy.
Looks frumpy. Well, Lee, I won't keep any more of your time. Thank you so much for joining us, dude, and talking and sharing your experiences. And
Thanks for inviting me, man.
dude, it's been great. Super good having you on.
This fucking cat here now.
They shed no matter how much you comb them, no matter how much you groom them, they just shed. Like,
never ending struggle.
I know it well. Well, cool, dude. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll send you over some of those links.
All right, man. You too. Be safe.
Thanks, dude. Cheers. Thank you guys all again for joining us. Really appreciate it. We will be back again next week with another guest. So you guys have a great night, and yeah, take care.